So the Flash mid-season finale was tonight, and I'm here to tell you all the things that are good, and I would usually say all the things that are bad, but there is nothing bad, so I guess we are just going to jump right in with all the good. And before I get started, I want to say sorry for this thing right here. This is my little whiteboard. It's going to be in the frame from now on, because I hung it up right there, because that was the best place for it, so you're going to see little scribbles there every once in a while. So now that I got that out of the way and it won't distract your attention, let's get back to the Flash. So this episode was mainly about Flash fighting two of the rogues, and Zoom was in the background, and Patty had her story going on. So it was including Wally West too. That was another storyline. So there were a lot of stories in this, and that could sometimes render a TV show helpless, because sometimes showrunners and directors, they don't know how to put all of those things together in there at once. But this episode seemed to do well at that, because it handled Wally West, which is a big thing that really needed to happen soon. They handled him while handling Patty's backstory, which is a good part that I'll get to later, and Zoom, and all the other stuff I said earlier. So it was good to see that these showrunners and these directors are capable of handling 4 or 5 storylines in one episode without making it a bad episode. Like I said, the Rogues, there were only 2 of them, technically 3, but Captain Cold decided just to opt out of Weather Wizard and, oh god, what's his name? The Trickster. I forgot his name there. But he decided to opt out of those 2 plan to kill the Flash, because he wasn't really into that. He just wanted, there was nothing in there for him. But, so it was the Weather Wizard, I can't say his name, and it was, the Trickster. It was I have no idea why I can't remember those names tonight. I guess because I just watched the episode and it's been really crazy up in my mind thinking about all this stuff. But those 2 were fighting the Flash, trying to kill him. And it's good to see that they're starting out with a small amount of rogues, because I want these rogues to be brought in right. And to be brought in right, they're going to have to take time, because there are, I think, probably like 5 or 6 different rogues in the rogues gallery. And it seems like that they're doing a really good job at this, because if they bring them all in at once, they're not going to have the right backstory, and they're not going to have the right character development as they are being brought on one by one like they have been doing. And I think the rogues gallery is a good thing to work up to in Season 3, because it's just a bunch of supervillains, and it's not good to bring a bunch of supervillains on when you know that it's not going to work out, because they all have to have their own backstory, and you have to be invested in every single one of them before they become a group. Now that we're done talking about the rogues, we are going to talk about Patty. Now, she's become a really big character on here, and I'm happy about that, because she has been a character in the comics, and she's not like, like a Felicity or a Diggle, but, I love those 2 characters, but she's been in the comic books, and it's good to see her develop on screen, and they're doing it really well. And we got the first part of her little backstory tonight. We got to know that Weather Wizard killed her father, and she wants revenge, and the Flash had to stop her from getting revenge on Weather Wizard and killing him. But it's nice to see that they're actually paying attention to these smaller characters, because that's one of the biggest parts, character development of every show. And if not everybody has it, and one character has it a lot, then it's not going to turn out, because those characters are going to be up to speed with each other, and it's just not going to be a good turnout. So I'm happy to see that going on. And another thing that I wanted to talk about was Captain Cold, and because he was in here, makes the episode 100 times better. He's like my second favorite character on The Flash, behind Barry Allen. I know like Barry Allen's a typical one to go with, but I think Captain Cold is my second favorite one. So I just want to say he's in this episode, and that makes it 100 times better. So another thing is Zoom is back, but he's back in the background. Like, Barry doesn't know he's back. Nobody knows he's back. Just Harrison or Harry knows he's back. So he wants, I guess it was revealed at the end of the episode, that he wants the Flash to get stronger, because the more the Flash is stronger, the more power Zoom can take from the Flash. So Harrison, I think, was sent, or Harry, his daughter is captured by Zoom, and now Zoom's saying, if you don't help me get Flash stronger, then I'm going to kill your daughter. So Harry's just like, okay, I guess I have to do that now to save my daughter, which is very interesting. And like Harrison, in the first season, he was Eobard Thawne, and he was in with the team. He was a fox in the hen house, as they say. So it's kind of the same story over again, but it's not, because Harry's acting as a good guy, but he is really a bad guy. And I think this is just going to completely mess up Team Flash's idea of what Earth 2 is, because they can't trust anybody that's not in their own circle, and they're going to have trust issues after this. And it's kind of like I said, the same story, but it's not. So I want them to do it the way that they want, but I also want them to know what to do, because sometimes, I mean, in different shows, showrunners do what they want and what they think is right, but it ends up not being really right, and the show gets canceled. So I hopefully they just don't take the exact same path as Harrison Wells, and the team doesn't find out slowly like they did and with Harrison in the first season. Hopefully they could do it some other way to make it more entertaining and better than they did with season 1 Harrison. Now the last thing that we're going to talk about here in this video is Wally West. Now, really big character. He is Kid Flash in the comics, and he is going to be in the show. And this was something that I was kind of not worried about. It was something I was trying to figure out in my head, because when they revealed that Wally West was going to be in the show, I mean, his last name is West. He has to be connected to Joe and Iris. And how is that going to be? Like, Joe doesn't have another kid, so it can't be the niece and everything. And this was just out of the left field, I guess, because who would have guessed that Francine had a son? But it was revealed a couple episodes back about that. But who would have guessed that? That was a great way to introduce him. And this was a great way to bring him actually onto the show. Because tonight we saw the first look at him, like in the last 30 seconds. We got the first look at him. He seems to be really good at playing the part of Wally West. I don't know the actor's name, but he played Uriah in Insurgent, so that's the only reason I know him. And he didn't have a big part in that, but I kind of liked his acting from what I saw there, so I'm thinking that he's going to do better as Wally West than Uriah. So that is basically it, yeah, for this video. I love Wally West, love Captain Cold. Patty's backstory was pretty cool. And the Rogues, they did an awesome job bringing in the beginning of the Rogues Gallery. So let me know what you guys thought, what you guys liked about the winter finale of The Flash. It will be back January 19th. So until then, share this video, like, subscribe, comment, do everything that you guys do. And I will see you guys in the next video, which is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. winter finale. Because it was also tonight, but I had to watch it right now so I can make the video in 45 minutes after I'm done watching it. So I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.